So in our oligopoly version of the prisoner's dilemma, instead of people as players, now we're going to have firms. And instead of whether to remain silent or to confess, we're going to have them choose between either holding down the output which is effectively what? Cooperating with the other firm, or increasing output, which would be undercutting. And similarly, firm B can either hold down, they can either hold it down, hold down that output, or they can increase. And so we find that if both of them hold down the output, then firm A is going to get $1,000. And firm B is going to also get $1,000. If firm A were to increase output and firm B were to hold down the output, well, then firm A is going to get a bunch of firm B's sales. And then firm B is going to lose more than what firm A gained. And firm B is going to go from getting $1,000 to now $200. One of the things that a lot of you may notice is that this thing is, it mirrors itself along this diagonal. So what that means is that if when A increases output and B holds down output and A gets 1,500, if the shoes are on the other foot and B increases output but firm A holds down the output, well, then that means that B now is going to get the 1,500 and A is going to get 200. And then lastly, if they both decide to increase output, then A is going to get $400 and B is going to get $400. So once again, how do we do this analysis? How do we find the dominant strategy and stuff like that? Let's go ahead and just do it for B first. What if B assumes that A is going to hold down the output, right? Well, then are they going to hold down output for 1,000 or increase the output for 1,500? They're going to increase the output for 1,500, right? What about if firm A increases output? Well, is firm B going to hold down the output for 200, or are they going to increase the output for 400? They're going to increase the output for 400, right? So as a result, firm B has a dominant strategy of increasing that output, right? And then similarly, if we want to analyze what's going on with firm A, we're going to cover up the increasing output option for firm B and be like, okay, I'm in a world where firm B is holding down the output. I'm firm A. Do I want to hold down the output and cooperate and get 1,000, or do I want to increase the output, undercutting the other person and get that $1,500? This is money, so more money, not more problems, more money, better, right? We like money, so higher numbers, we're going to choose that option, right? Similarly, we're going to go over here. We're going to say, what if I assume that firm B is going to increase their output? What am I going to do? Am I going to hold down the output and get $200? Or am I going to increase the output and get $400? I'm going to increase the output and get $400. So therefore, increasing my output is also my dominant strategy for firm A. So as a result, just like before, where those two dominant strategies meet is where they are likely to go. But Just because the two dominant strategies meet there doesn't mean that it's a Nash equilibrium. A Nash equilibrium exists only if either firm lacks an incentive to deviate, right? So we check here. We say, okay, firm A they're at this position. Would they want to, instead of getting $400, would they want to go back in time, change their mind, hold down the output, and get $200? No, they wouldn't, right? So firm A is at a Nash equilibrium. We ask ourselves similar thing about firm B, right? Firm B is getting $400. Would they want to change their mind and hold down output and get $200? No, they would not. So as a result, firm B is at their Nash equilibrium. Since both of them are at their Nash equilibrium, this is the Nash equilibrium of increasing output, increasing output. Any questions on the oligopoly version of the prisoner's dilemma? All right.
Because like for airlines, for example, there's incentives that are outside of this even that would play into it, like government giving money to people to keep the prices low.
Right. Yes, yeah, and so that's actually coming into chapter 11, which is antitrust and government regulations, and kind of why that is necessary, or whatever. We'll pick up with kink.